The bus has arrived. Oh, it's stuck.
I bet I have frostbite on my butt.
Everybody here has been waiting for 30 minutes, if not more. Because it told us to get here early, and here it is arriving at 12 when it's supposed to start. It can't even get into the right lane. They're gonna make us play Frogger to get on the bus.
Your dress. You like blending it.
For the project. After fits and starts, the 555-foot tall monument opened on October 9th, 1888. Today, the elevator ride to the top takes about 70 seconds, while the original steam-driven elevator took up to 12 minutes. Now, I think we can always each year. And if you do look closer at the top of the memorial, all 50 states are engraved on all 4 sides.
Make sure you guys keep these on the mat because it will slip, will break, we'll be all in trouble. Huh? Another battle? Maybe.
No, the children's version is literally like a different style. I don't have any
Treat me like one of your hired hands. So he set off and went to his father. But while he was still far off, his father saw him and was filled with compassion. He ran and put his arms around him and kissed him. And the son said to him, "Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer fit to be called your son."
I realize it's the end of the video, but I kind of like to wrap up kind of what we did throughout the day, because a lot of these videos have not been me really talking at the camera. It's been more just like my POV of like what I'm seeing in the moment. But today we woke up a little bit later, got to sleep in, which was much needed. We were very tired. But we started our day by going to the Tea Around Town. The Tea Around Town, which was tea, and you were on a bus and you got to sit like on a sky deck, but it was like all enclosed, and you got to have like little tea and little sandwiches and little desserts and everything, and they would drive you around the town and you got to just eat while you got to see DC, which was so great. It was amazing. I loved it. The tea was okay. There was actually one that was really good. I usually am not a fruit tasting loving tea girl, like raspberries, strawberries are things that I usually love for ice cream and gelato and slushies and stuff like that, but for whatever, for tea it's a little too herbal, I think is the right word, for me. So for me it usually tastes like medicine, which Rebecca did not like it. She said she did think it tastes like medicine, and usually I would think that, but for whatever reason that one I really liked. But the other one I tried, I didn't love. But other than that, tea was great. But I would probably do it again. It was nice. It was something relaxing and easy. We didn't have to be out in the cold, which it was very, very windy today, so it made it very cold. So we did the Bible Museum. Ended up being probably one of our favorites of everything that we've done on the trip, just because it was really immersive, and it was which we did not get to film because it was not something I could film. And a very interactive like movie. So you went in and it like started off by explaining like the Old Testament, and then it worked your way through that by going to different rooms. And then there were certain rooms where you would like sit down, watch like a 3 to 5 minute clip of something, and then you would walk into a different room. But it was very immersive. Highly, highly recommend if you get the chance to go to the Bible Museum, do it. And it was a ticketed event, so you did have to pay, I think it was $14, so not too bad for one person. And so you would buy your ticket online, and just, I think you could also buy them once you got there, but we bought ours online. But it was great. Highly recommend. Like I said, I would like to bring back my parents and my husband, Taylor, and show them, because I think they would really like it.
I'm about to head into the Library of Congress. This morning we spent our time in the Capitol building having a tour, and then we had lunch. And then coming right across the street for the Library of Congress, which we've never done before. You do have to get a ticket to come in. It's free, but apparently you still have to wait quite a long line for this and the Capitol.
King George III survived in myth and memory.
Right now we're at the World War II Memorial. We're going to spend the next hour and a half probably walking to all the different monuments. We did go the other night to see them, but we're back during the day where we have a little bit more time, and we actually didn't get to come to this one the other night, so it was nice to come back during the day. I think the last time I came to this memorial was when I was in 8th grade, so it's definitely been a while. One thing I like about this one is each state is represented. So I'm gonna go look for Kentucky. Oh, here's South Dakota, where Taylor was stationed when he was in the Air Force. This one I believe is supposed to have water, but doesn't have it right now. And right here you can see all the way down the mall, all the way to the Capitol where we just were.
Selection.
Found Kentucky.
I like it, so I kept it up, but I've changed.
We love the view with this temporary ramp.
You know.
I guess the ramp used to be on the side, and that's why that one's
I don't
here.
think there was a ramp. I don't think that was there.
No, this was never here, but I'm saying where the construction is, that could have been the ramp. And so now that they're doing construction, I guess they had to put this here.
Makes sense.
Hell, you know what? He can come to life and he can take us to dinner. He can walk us to dinner. Like he did in Night at the Museum too. Mr. Lincoln, can you take us to dinner? Can we get a ride? Can you Uber us to dinner tonight? Thank you. Oh, they're staring at the wall.
Protecting it.
Symbolic.
Yes.
Wow.
They're guarding it.
Is that yours?
Yeah. Come on, because I want to look for her.
I don't think I know anyone's name that would be here. I know people who served in the Vietnam War, but I don't know anyone that died. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know anyone that would have died in service, but I know people who fought in the Vietnam War.
This is a lot. I just like to try out a letter to you regarding your service. On my serving in the U.S. Army, and most of the time at home, I spend my time mainly by playing basketball in my driveway. I love movies and hang out in my
Made our way to the Jefferson Memorial. We are running on time because we ordered an Uber to take us to dinner, and traffic is horrible, so we're really just rushing through this one, but at least we got to make it over here. We finally made it
to Donnie's house.
to the president's house. Can we have a tour?
We tried to get one and you told us no.
Yeah, they were all booked. But we did make it finally, so this is technically the front of the house. The back of the house is a little more difficult to get to because there's a bunch of barriers. And we'll see if we can get to it, but here it is.
Where are you, Donald?
Where is the suitcase?
I like my suitcase. I'm running on fumes and
Red velvet cake.
swollen ankles. Cankles.
End of the trip. Today was our last day. We started our day at our nation's capital. And what we learned was that, because we had an entrance time of 11:30, and what we learned was, yes, you did need it, but it wasn't like, well, you didn't need it, but it was supposed to be helpful. I don't really know, because we waited in line. We got there at like 11:10 or something, and it did recommend to get there 30 minutes early. So we were still kind of like in that buffer zone of like 11 to 11:30. We waited, I'd say 45 minutes to get in a long line outside to get into the building, because there was that many people, I guess, getting in there at the same time. And I think the biggest problem was just the fact that there was like a ton of schools there all at the same time. making the lines extremely long, making the wait times extremely long because we were waiting on all of them getting in, which is fine, but it made it crazy. So we did that first. And then we took some pictures, and then we walked over, which is right across the street, the Capitol, which was the Library of Congress. We went in there, same sort of deal, but you didn't wait as long to get in, but you did have to have a ticket, and then it wasn't like a paid ticket, it was just a time frame ticket, but you still waited. So moral of the story, if you come in probably like March or April when there's a tons of schools here, if you're not there during your ticketed time for at least those two things, you're probably fine. As long as you're there within, I don't even think they cared, honestly. Because there was just no way for them to really gauge when you got there because you were waiting in such a long line to even get inside the building to scan your ticket, which at the Capitol they didn't even do. But once again, I don't think they were that concerned because of how busy it was. This is where we ate, and it was great. It was what we both agreed it was our best dinner. We loved it. It was basically it was just a bunch of seafood options. There was other things, but that was like their main items were seafood, which we had a crab and artichoke dip, which was amazing. Then I got a clam chowder soup because I never had it, and I've always heard great things about them. And then I got a crab cake. Rebecca got pasta with shrimp, and then we split a red velvet cake. Endlessly, it was just all so good. It was so good. Highly recommend. Apparently it's a very popular spot because once again, we got in there and it was insane. That was our day. And this was our trip. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, a lot of it has just been like POV of just like me walking around and kind of showing you what I'm seeing in the moment. Not so much like me speaking to the camera, which maybe for the trip, it kind of worked out because of just kind of what it is. But other than that, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you all for my next video. Taylor and I are going on a trip in May, so very soon it may just be one video, but that video might come out. I do plan on filming that trip, so if I do, then of course you'll see it. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this trip, and I will see you all next time. Bye!